be a light for you in dark places when all other lights go out.
Hello everyone, this is DCHL Devin here, and welcome to another Light in the Dark video. And today we're going to go ahead and talk about the Nova Open Rules Pack 2018. If you guys don't know, the Nova Open is now open for registration, and I believe we've already taken 30 of our 70 slots already. It's pretty impressive how fast these things move. Keep in mind, for those of you who have not registered, I cannot open up any more slots to the Nova Open. So once I'm out, I am out. That is it. I can't do anything further. And the reason why is because, one, I don't actually control Nova, unlike James with Articon. He can kind of open up more slots as he needs to, or maybe as he can fit them within his given space. But so I'm limited to 35 tables, hence 70 players. So I'm going to go ahead and review the rules pack just to kind of give you guys an overview. Now keep in mind, guys, this video is being recorded as of March 3rd, and that means I have about a month, a little less than a month, in order to make minor changes to the rules pack that we can affect. So in the comments of this video, feel free to tell me what you want changed about Nova, maybe these minor little things in the rules pack, and up until about a certain point, maybe mid-March, is about the max I can change it. I know one person actually has already advised maybe changing up a scenario, maybe to another one, or points increase, and we'll go through that throughout this video. So as far as the schedule, we have kind of like the standard events you guys are most used to seeing. Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes on Thursday, Chaos and Arda on Friday, Lord of the Rings doubles on Friday as well, and the Grand Tournament on that Saturday and Sunday. So as far as any new changes to the composition, if you guys don't know, we actually usually have a bit of restrictions for the Nova Open. We try to keep things a bit as thematic as possible. This year we're making it very, very simple, actually mostly because we don't know when the new rules are going to come out, the new rules for Middle-earth SBG. Because of that, we have made a hard cutoff time. What we've done is we said if the new rules do not come out by May 1st, we are going to stop the new rules from actually interfering with Nova Open. So if the new rules come out May 2nd, and I'm not even kidding, even just that soon afterward, I'll let you know if I actually change my mind if it comes out May 2nd, but I don't expect it to do that. But if they came out anytime after May 1st, then we are playing by the current rule set regardless. The reason why, guys, is because a lot of people need a lot of time to paint their models. They don't have a ton of time. They can make an entire army, come up with this whole list, paint all these models up just for suddenly the new rules to show up in whatever time, and then now their whole army is null and void. We have no idea the composition of things, and based on Throne of Skulls, we already know some factions are dividing up. We don't know how these things are going to take place, and so the best option is to give you as much time as possible. So if May 1st comes around and we're still on the current rule set, that's what we're playing by. So we're going to do 2 factions this year. No other restrictions than that. Just simply 2 factions, making it very simple. And I think that should just allow a lot of thematic armies to come into play without a little too much of the, yes, I mean, you can still do Reavers with a shade, but hey, you know, you can't stop everything in this meta, it seems. So another quick change is that you guys must submit your army list this time. I finally have permission from Nova to submit to ask for army lists. So you guys are going to get an email from me or Nova and asking for list submissions by August 19th. That's 2 weeks before Nova. And for you guys within who are going to Articon, that's actually on the date of Articon. Essentially, the final date of Articon is the list submission date. I will be reviewing all the lists and actually talking about them online here in the videos. So I can't wait to see all those, and you guys can prepare. Actually, as of the recording this video, it's even confirmed that Damien O'Byrne and Jamie Giblin are actually coming to Nova, so interested to see what they'll bring around. It's the return of the Kings coming back to take their spot from Matt Iverson, Jake Hall, and Benedict Beklinski, who were the Nova Open winners for last year. So definitely looking forward to that. As far as banned models, Smaug and Tom Bombadil and Gollum are all banned. Smaug is only banned for the Grand Tournament, by the way, so not the actual Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes, which let's go ahead and skip to now because Chaos and Arda hasn't really changed. So, Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes. A lot of you guys know that normally you just bring all heroes into a 1,000-point match. Now, it's not changed. However, I'm switching it up a little bit. Because I don't know when the new rules are going to come out, or even if Nova is going to be affected by the new rules, I've made a couple new compositions here. Banned a few models from Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes. I've banned Tom Bombadil, Grima Wormtongue, and all the named Ringwraiths except for the Witch King. Okay, so if you guys are wondering why, it's mostly because those models make the event not fun anymore. It doesn't really go to the true goal of what the whole event was supposed to be about, which is just a slaughtering of heroes and stuff like that. But models like the Dwemer Lake and models like Grima really just put a sour feeling in the entire event. Now, of course, I do have some fears. I do think we're going to see, because the new Dueldor race came out, maybe 2 or 3 armies of those. I'm hoping we don't see too many of them, because then that'll be a lot of these. All right, well, I'm playing the same faction you're playing, because I know that they fit cleanly right into 1,000 points. There have been some suggestions to limit that a little bit and make Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes 700 or 800 points instead. That way we see some variation amongst the race and stuff like that of which they choose. And I'm looking into that as an option. So be prepared for Middle-earth's Deadliest Heroes to drop in points values in order to prevent a lot of duplication of armies. Which of course means that certain armies like Thorin's Company get affected by this because they also fit cleanly into 1,000 points. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And keep in mind, guys, I am not changing any scenarios this year, which means, I'm only using GW scenarios. I'm not making any up. I've done that in previous years, and I don't think it really gets the best results. So all of them are gone, including even Weapon of the Enemy, which I know a lot of people did like in previous years, but all of them are gone. So for this one, we have Lords of Battle, Seize the Prize, and Heirlooms of Ages Past. And of course, you can look in your General's Handbook if you would like to know what those scenarios are. And then we have the doubles at 400 points. This is happening on Friday. Just keep in mind the doubles works kind of a little weird in the fact that I have special provisions for the Nova doubles. For one, each team member has their own 50% and 25%. So you have to build your your force knowing that your teammate is totally separate from what you're kind of doing there. And number 2 is that your general can switch. So every single time you go into a game, both you and your teammate have to select a general each, and you have to roll before that game starts about whose general gets to be picked. It's all in the rules pack, and I'll explain it further at the actual event itself. Also, keep in mind you can do good and evil alliances. Actually, we are okay with you and your teammates. You're playing Gondor and your opponent's playing Mordor. Now, a lot of you, before you cry foul and being like, what, that's insane, there are a lot of restrictions if you do this. The reason we do this is because some players show up without a teammate, and then we try to pair them together, and then it just ends up working out where you can't really... You never end up really working out like, okay, players show up, they show up without a teammate, and then we end up not being able to coordinate good and evil perfectly. So here's the restrictions for that. If you do ally good and evil, you cannot benefit from each other's special abilities, heroic actions, spear supports, magic, banners, or horns. So realistically, you don't want to ally. It's a good and evil. So doubles has Capture and Control, Reconnoiter, and Fog of War. Once again, all in the General's Handbook. Now, here's the big one, Lord of the Rings Grand Tournament. Let's go ahead and go over that really fast. First, it's 700 points. There is a strong consideration to raise it to 750. I'm not going to raise it to 800. I think it's getting a little too close based on the time limit. I only have 2 hours per round, and I can't really increase that without manipulating a lot of the schedule. And so... with that in mind, 700 points, you already know the restrictions of it. It's going on all of Saturday and all of Sunday. The missions are Capture and Control, which is kind of similar to Domination. Then Lords of Battle. Keep in mind, the order of the scenarios I'm saying is the order, so it's not like randomly rolled. So then you have Lords of Battle, Storm the Camp, which is the only one that actually I have had a request to change because Storm the Camp takes a long time because you have to march across the entire field and fight. So it can take a little while. Seize the Prize being the next mission. And then Fog of War as the final mission to round it all out, which I think is becoming quite a fan favorite actually amongst a lot of players. So Let me know, guys, if you want anything about this comp changed. I'm looking forward to seeing you all at Nova Open. It's going to be a fantastic year. We actually have another seminar planned. I can't confirm who is speaking in that seminar because not everything's confirmed. As like I just said, I can only just now confirm Damien and Jamie is coming from England. There are others coming from England who are really considering coming, and I just want to wait till they actually have the plane tickets and everything like that. We have a lot of players coming from Canada again. I've actually heard many players saying they're definitely considering the trip. Once again, just going to wait before I confirm any of that. But other than that, let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys very soon.